In this video, I will explain how to insulate exterior walls in a house from the inside. Although scientific literature says that you shouldn't insulate walls from the inside, the exterior is made of old red brick, and I don't want to cover it with anything. That's why I'll insulate from the inside, considering that I already have penwhistle in the wall, so there won't be a heavy load on the inner wall or a lot of condensation. We'll do everything scientifically. You'll need hydro and vapor barriers, mineral wool insulation size 60 by 120 centimeters and 5 centimeters thick. You'll also need 5 by 5 centimeter beams to place the wool between them so it doesn't bend, as well as 2 by 5 centimeter beams for the lathing onto which the wooden paneling will be attached. I've already treated the wood with a product to protect against pests and mold. It has this reddish appearance and has already dried well. It can now be fixed to the wall. The walls of the building are constructed from adobe, which means they are made primarily of clay, a natural material. Between this layer of clay and the exterior wall, which is built from red brick, there is a carefully designed air gap that measures approximately 5 centimeters in width. This gap serves as an important insulating space. I filled it using foam insulation. You can see how to insulate it in my previous videos. The cracks that were in the corners have already been cleaned out and filled using a base putty mix and burlap. The walls have been cleaned of the outer lime whitewash and thoroughly primed with 2 coats of deep penetrating primer. There is no mold on them, so no additional treatment is needed here. Down here there are pipes. These are 2 heating pipes. The return and main pipes, as well as the cold water supply pipe. This one had a problem. It was heavily affected by condensation. I've already completely wiped off all of the remaining black just now. Mold here. It's a fungus, so it needs to be insulated. I've already done one section, and there's just a small area left. Traces of this mold can be seen on it. It's necessary to make sure there isn't a sharp temperature difference from the cold water to the warm room. The pipe has a diameter of 0.5 inches, so we use this type of insulation. It can be put on the pipe before installation or after making cuts along the seam. In order to limit moisture from reaching the mineral wool, it is necessary to use waterproofing. It is attached to the inner wall. I have this reinforced waterproofing barrier of the GS3 brand. I will fasten it to the clay wall using a construction stapler and 5mm staples. I will install the waterproofing strictly vertically with an overlap, 5 centimeters. We unroll the waterproofing roll from top to bottom and fasten it at the top using a construction stapler. We attach it with an overlap onto the opposite wall in order to cover the end of the beam where the insulation will be. I will not staple the waterproofing in the center so that it remains more airtight. Now it is necessary to check the strict vertical alignment of the wall. Here you can see that the wall is leaning by about 3 centimeters at the bottom. We will level it using a second lathing strip. To fasten the 5 by 5 beams, I will use wood screws that are 100 millimeters long. These screws are designed so they won't split the wood, and they will also hold very well in the clay. Then, at a distance of 60 centimeters, depending on the width of your insulation, we mark and fasten all the remaining horizontal wooden beams. In the next step, we will start insulating the walls with mineral wool. The sheets are tightly inserted between the wooden battens. And after that, we nail the vapor barrier horizontally. The vapor barrier is reinforced, so it has increased strength. This vapor barrier will outlast the insulation. This is how my wall insulation project actually turned out in the end. The mineral wool won't fall out anymore, it won't crumble, and it will keep the heat in well and provide good sound insulation. At the next stage, before installing the paneling, you need to attach horizontal battens that are 2 cm thick and 5 cm wide, and make sure everything is level so that the paneling is perfectly vertical.